QOT for our next dive. Ooh.
Oh.
Something showing up here in channel 1.
Marine snot.
Yeah, some kind of gelatinous wee beastie.
That's what you want there. Now we're neutral. We need to be. We need to keep going.
Who is the last person in the control van at the end of a dive? Is it you or me, Jeff? Usually you. Yeah, it's going to be our...
Yeah, I'm
Jeff.
having to check files and close out checklists and things like that.
Yeah.
There it is again. Definitely feeling the ship move a little bit more lately.
Yeah.
At what depth can you start to see Herc's light from the surface of the ship?
I guess it depends on the clarity. Sometimes it's pretty deep. I was surprised actually the other night how soon we were seeing it.
It's worth seeing Calameo if you haven't had a chance to see that at night, the nighttime recovery of Hercules.
Oh yeah, if you haven't seen it, definitely.
Yeah, a little light coming up through the blue.
Okay, things are getting better here. Yeah.
Is that something we can see from any of the deck cameras?
Unfortunately, no.
Okay.
Can we see the moon?
We can, but we'll be fighting the A-frame lights.
Yeah.
Because it's, well, I don't know if Rennie's turned the ship at all, but the last time I looked,
did slightly churn it. It should be now like directly behind
Yeah, it would
the
be like
A-frame.
directly behind it, yeah.
Oh,
I suppose I could do that.
it's a bright moon, though.
It is a very bright moon. Do this. Nah, that didn't work.
Oh yeah, there it is.
Pretty.
You can see the ship's actually moving a little
A
bit.
chance to make our viewers at home feel seasick.
It's a get the whole experience.
Mm-hmm.
Feel like you're right here with us.
To really complete the experience, you need to have snacks available at all times, like we have in the galley.
This is looking good, Jess.
Maybe we could call our shift snack watch.
No,
Snack watch.
no, I'm sorry, I'm vetoing that right
Veto
now.
snack watch.
Okay.
If I get one veto, that's it.
I could be a mascot.
Yeah, I think you'll have to fight it the other way once we get closer.
Look at that little fish. Little swimmers in the Herc view.
Oh yeah. Hey there, little guy.
Part of the reason we lower the thrust at the surface is because it's like less wash on Argus, but because we have this current, I'm watching that and I'm watching the wire cam and it's like not that much. The current's barely pushing us, so we're barely jet pumping. So I think that's a non-issue today. Yeah. So that's the direction we want to go, and then that's the like where the wash is coming out on the flat bit. This is bow thruster up here. Go ahead, Bridge. Thank you. Yeah, so just given all this stuff, we're like just kind of drifting a little bit. Yeah.
And then just as a final reminder, gang, for the audience listening out there, we have some of these online resources, one from the Office of Hawaiian Affairs, that's to do with their stakes within the monument, as well as some documentation and some multimedia resources for you to get some context into where the expedition is taking place. The second one is going to be papahanamokuakea.gov, which is put out by NOAA. They also have their own series of educational resources and history within the monument. Just wanted to wrap up with that one. Just finally, right, the National Marine Sanctuary designation for Papahanamokuakea. The process has already started. It will be open through the end of January. So please put in comments. Please put in comments. Any sort of feedback you have that might help to facilitate the conversations in terms of best management practices from both the cultural as well as the scientific viewpoints. So, mahalo nui.
Yeah, that designation would not roll back any of the protections that currently exist for the monument and the protected spaces that are already designated. It would only increase and ensure that any future changes in policies would not be able to impact those protections. So please take a look at that if you've been enjoying anything that you've been seeing here. If you, whether you're local or many thousands of miles away, your comments are welcome on that. And it is a fairly extensive process. There will be another review process in the winter, but your comments are welcome at this time.
And one thing I just noted looking over Kalamaehu's shoulder is that they also are accepting comments in Olelo, Hawaii as well as the standard for NOAA commenting, which is in English.
And the reason for that being also, not only from a cultural standpoint, but the Hawaiian language is also the second or one of, so English and Hawaiian are held in the same regard as the two official languages of the state.
Yeah.
If you will. So, yeah. In the makamaka o ka olelo Hawaii, mai, hapai mai ko o ko mamana o awehu me no I mau e ko kako malama anake I mau wahi, na aina kupuna ha I ko po. O ia hoi o papahana moku a kea. Mahalo nui ia o ko po loa.
Kame, you opened this watch with something you read that I think may be appropriate here in this case. Do you still have that accessible?
Yes, let me go pull that up. And just for a little bit of context, this was a quote that was found in Emma Case's thesis. I'm sorry, but I cannot tell you the specifics about which campus it came from, but the title, it was written in 2015, and it is entitled Ikahiki Keola, Ancestral Memories and Migrations into the Pacific. And here she cites Epeliha Ofa to remind us about the how the ocean connects all of us. And so once again, it's as the sea is an open and ever-flowing reality, so should our oceanic identity transcend all forms of insularity to become one that's openly searching, inventive, and welcoming. In a metaphorical sense, the ocean that has been our waterway to each other should also be our route to the rest of the world.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Reading that reminds me that we should also observe protocol for closing out this dive, which we haven't had to do yet on this cruise, on this expedition. So, Lindsay, could you remind our reviewer audience about our observance of protocol, and then invite us to go on mute so that we can observe that.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm gonna invite everyone at this time to the control van to go ahead and mute your radio. We are going to be conducting a private ceremonial protocol that allows us to release and break away from this endeavor that we've embarked on. And we will be back on SPL shortly.
I think it's a pilot fish. Pilot fish with the stripes.
Well, now I really look forward to our next recovery in terms of observing protocol.
And I know, Kalamame, who you said in the past that after observing protocol, that it's important to observe the response from the environment.
Yes,
There it
that
is.
is correct. Well, that was generally what was shared with me. Is that usually the point of these ceremonies is to direct our intentional focus. Filler.
Oh, you just need to bring it close to your mouth. Oh. Here, hold on 1 second. Eat. Microphone difficulties.
Very good.
Oh.
Can you hear me now?
They're very quiet.
How's that?
Oh, much better.
Yeah, so that was something that was shared with me. Is that usually right the purpose of these ceremonies is a way to communicate with the environment. Well, like was shared in that disclaimer, right? Like this is a way to sort of communicate with our environment and as well as the organisms that are living within it. And so generally we do the protocols to focus our collective intent towards our goal, and then we will wait for a little. We'll usually just give a little bit of time, a short period of reverence, if you will, to wait for any sort of responses. And then these are just doesn't have to necessarily be anything profound or on a large scale. It's just a good observational practice to just sort of see if there is any sort of interaction afterwards or any sort of outcome.
So for our audience at home, if you don't have the data view up on the side of your screen, we're at about 66 meters below the sea surface. See crew starting to assemble towards the back deck and getting ready for the recovery. Jeff, would now be an appropriate time to show one of the back camera views on channel 3?
Oh, you mean the half deck? Yeah. They'll get it here in a second anyway, but sure.
Yeah, back deck, not back camera. Sorry. Thank you.
I'll be on SPL.
All right, I might take my leave here so that I can get some sampling equipment assembled. It was lovely flying with you all again.
Roger that, all stop. Thank you,
Should we
Beth.
do it again at 8 a.m.?
I guess
Set
we will.
control.
Yes.
All
All right. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, Beth. Mahalo.
Roger that. We're ready to go.
Gang control van is good to go. Bridge main deck, radar check.
All right, as we're saying goodbye to our
Okay to recover?
some of our watchmates here.
Start
Most of
coming
you
up.
will be sticking around all the way to the end of this watch. In the van, I mean. Everyone is involved different ways.
I'll reduce that speed when we're at the surface. Argus lights. Yeah. Yeah. Oh no, that's the unfixable. You have your yeah. You have your camera up and everything. Bridge nav. Yes, we're going to maintain speed and course until we're at the surface, and then I'll reduce speed, but we do want to have speed through the water as we have the current coming from behind. Thank you. Yeah, that looks like they can deal with that for hooking. Yeah. Hercules 20 meters depth. You ready if I shut off your mezzos? Stop this here. Stop. Looking pretty good. What's that? Yeah. Yeah, here we are. Look, we got 10 meters and we still got good USBL hits. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's cool.
Hey, Lindsay.
Yes.
This is Sarah in the data lab, or in the wet lab. Can you release the capture computer on the far right so I can get it down here?
Herc, you're starting to drift off
you.
to the starboard. Can you lateral to the right?
Copy that, working on it. Let me know how you're doing. We're still going half a knot, by the way. Bubbles. Let me know if you're having trouble with it. I can adjust course or something. Oh, you look all right. You got all your stuff off, Jake? Got it. Swingy. One tag line on.
Yeah. I hear you, Lindsay.
At the speed because so we have a little bit of drive.
Okay, we'll have to do point to point, not SPL.
See it right there. Yep. Argus securing the deck. Oh, wow. Oceanic white tip, perhaps.
Yeah, and did anyone, yeah. It's oceanic white tip and the trevally jacks. Some kind of trevally.
Sorry, I had turned off listening to SPL when Sarah called up. You might have said that and I just reiterated it. Sorry, Lindsay.
Good. Bears repeating.
Yeah. How's it going, Jess? All good? All good? Yeah, Dan's smart. Look at that. He's putting that thing above his head. I should have done that. No, it's not your fault.
Fortunately, the video got scrubbed, right?
No, that's all right. It's for the best. It wouldn't have looked that cool anyway. Daisy chain starting to go. What are you finding you have to do to maintain that position there? Are you driving right or to starboard? Yeah, okay. Got it. See what I mean about those confused rolls? Where like we're kind of more into it, but they're big, globule.
Globule?
Yeah, I just made that up.
Okay, cool, awesome.
It's not a nautical term.
I always thought it was like confused. Caesar confused.
I think they're sorting out whether.
Okay, Eric, you want to drive out to the Indy line?
Roger that. trying to sort out. It does look like there's a rat. Well, well, I won't call it in case he's looped around on, you know. Yeah. Yeah, there's a rat. Wait, I don't know. Actually, no, I don't know.
Okay, looks like we got a wrap in the tether. We're going to have to take it out.
Roger that.
Beautiful shots of this oceanic white tip.
That babby up in the crane. So Mark thinks that that wrap was put in on deck. Yeah, that's good. Still all good over here. We are still streaming. Half a knot, 250. Roger means yes, I think. I think Hobby's like, yeah, I understood what you said. I heard what you said. And Roger is like, yes, affirmative. Yeah. Right. I definitely.
You guys see if it's an under over or over under on the tether?
We're checking. Let's see if we can see it in the camera here. I can't really tell. We don't have a good visual on it. There it is. We do have a visual, but I can't. See what they do. Yeah. I'm feeling pretty good about the positions, right? Got some time to work it out. Caught, but I can't tell if it's doubled or just looped around the football. Careful, Emil. There's that shark.
Okay, we've got it.
Roger that. Lindsay, do you have the capture computer back there?
No, we don't. Oh, but I'm highlighting it, so we have the video. So yeah, this is an oceanic white tip, and this is a little school of pilotfish, commonly associated with this pelagic shark.
I have the capture computer. Double duty. And now the shark just has to come back.
HS drives it in the line.
Copy that. Also roger. I missed the moment to grab the photo. Almost like I was busy. I had it pulled up here just in case, but
I guess I did have the access to that.
that's okay. I don't see it anymore. All right, big rolls there, huh? That's quite a amount of vertical difference.